Recording. Perfect. We're live as well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to say GM in the chat. And while we wait for more people to join, I'm gonna drop in the chat some of the important links. So if you haven't registered for the hackathon, don't forget to register for the hackathon. And if you haven't joined the Telegram group, please join the Telegram group because there are like channels for resources to find teammates. You can also reach out to all the mentors and also sponsors in the chat. So if you need anything, you should find it in the Telegram chat as well. And also there's a Discord server. And we also have like a workshop calendar. So if you haven't added it to your Google Calendar, you can add it now so you don't miss future workshops. Okay, so welcome everyone to the Resolve Hackathon Workshop. This is actually our 6th workshop, and today our speaker will be Carlos from ChipiPay. The floor is yours, Carlos. I think you're on mute. Carlos, you're on mute.
Now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining this workshop. Can I start?
Yes.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. I'm Carlos from ChipiPay. We are gasless wallets infrastructure to help you ship on Starknet Mainnet very fast. Today, we are going to build a wallet because we discovered that every project, every idea start with a wallet, and perhaps you will need abstract some complex component like wallet creation, gas fees to your users in order to onboard people that don't are crypto savvy. So I will share my screen. Can you see my app?
Yes. Maybe can you zoom in a little bit so people can see it more clearly?
You should see my cursor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, can you make the codes maybe a little bit bigger?
What about now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. We have an SDK, former called Chipi SDK. Now we are called Chipi Stack because we added some new functionalities that I'm going to explain later. But here is all you need to create gasless wallets and e-commerce with Pay with Crypto or interact with your custom smart contract using a paymaster. So your user never see that they are using blockchain. And it's important because if you offer better user experience, it will be easier to onboard new people. What we are going to do today is a wallet where you can create, send USDC, and check your balance. We are not coding anything. We will buy code. Please let me know if you have any questions. I will share my cursor screen. As you can see, this is a new folder with my Reignite workshop. In less than an hour, we will be on Mainnet. So let's create an Next.js app. Well, first thing first, we need to check our node version. I recommend to update to the latest. I'm using a node 24, and for NPM, I'm using 11. So now npx create next app latest, and we will set all the defaults. Use TypeScript yes, Sling yes, table yes, yes, no, and also you can use another frameworks like Expo for React Native apps. Right now we are going to build a web app, but we will have another workshop in a week to build an e-commerce. Maybe we can do the expo tutorial. So once we have our Next.js, let's check that everything is running properly, npm run dev, and we should see our Next.js page. Okay, perfect. The second part that we need to use is to add an authenticator provider. For this tutorial, we will use Clerk authentication, but you can use Firebase, Supabase, whatever you want. So let's go to our Clerk dashboard and we will create a new application. Mainnet Workshop. And here you can choose which social authentication do you want to offer to your users. Maybe TikTok, maybe GitHub. I will just set Google and continue. And the interesting part is that they have a wizard. So it's pretty straightforward to follow their instructions. Here, let's add the Clerks SDK. Then we need to create an environment file with our Clerks keys. We will use the secret key after, so make sure you paste here in your project. Then here's important, you need to copy your middleware. I will copy inside the src folder. In this file, you can set up which pages are public and which are private and requires authentication. For now, I will leave as this, but later we will protect all our routes. I think that's all. What's next? Let's go to the Chipi SDK documentation. Here you can build everything from scratch. If you already have a project, you can follow the Quick Start project tutorial and use the hooks that fits better for your project, like use call any contract, which allow to use your own contract with Paymaster integration. But now I'm excited because we are going to test our new feature, which is an MCP. Before that, let's set up our ChipiPay environment. So here we can go to our dashboard. You can sign up and you will create a new organization. Right? Once you have an organization, here also we have a wizard. You can invite your team members. I don't have, so skip. And select my application. As I mentioned before, you can use Next.js or Expo for React Native apps and follow the wizard. First, let's copy our keys. Here in our .env, this is important. We have to copy our Clerk secret key to create a Clerk JWT template here in our dashboard. Wait. And click on generate. We can test if our JWKS works. Copy this, and if it works, it should show something like this. If not, it will show a 404 error. So it's working. what next in our wizard is to install the Chipi stack Next.js. If you are using Expo, it will change to Expo here. Okay, we already have it. The last version is 11.2. Now let's add our providers, Clerk provider and Chipi provider in our layout here. Clerk provider. And our Chipi provider below Clerk provider. As you can see, I just following instructions, copy pasting everything. Let's import our Clerk and Chipi stack dependencies. Okay. We already have our providers. Let's test. It will work the same as before. We should see the same page. And here, let's protect all our routes. I will add something in our middleware. Let's change our middleware by adding that every route is protected. This is not mandatory, but I recommend to check Clerk's documentation to see what you want to protect. And as you can see, now it sends to a login page with Google. So it's working properly. Now let's set up our MCP so we can start by coding our wallet. We can go to our documentation. And here, let's set up and follow the instructions. First, you can click on add to cursor to add it in automatically. It will open cursor and you can just click install. It's loading. We should see our tools in a moment. Let's give it some time. Please, if you have any questions so far, please let me know in the comments. I will start my cursor, but you should see your, here. Let me open this. Here we have our tools, list components, get component, and search components. So it's working properly. The installation, I can close this, and the middleware, everything. Let's continue with the instructions. We are using ChatCN registry. ChatCN is a UI library built by Vercel. They build also the Next.js framework, so it's very compatible if you are using Next.js as framework for your frontend. And you can install components instead of install all the library. Let's install ChatCN. The interesting part is that you can also bytecode your application using v0.dev, and it will install ChatCN by default. And here it's already installed, and we have a components file, components.json, and we just add this line to the registries. And that's all. Now we have our MCP that will help to bytecoding our app. For example, we can list the components just to check that the MCP is working properly. I will ask it to cursor, and it'll call the list components properly, where you can add Chipi UI components like send transactions, wallet encryption. We will talk about them later. But now, let's start to bytecoding. I prepare a prompt. It's a very simple prompt. You can use it to build your MVP, and then you can build a more complex application. But here, our wallet is called Reignite. At every instruction, I'm asking to use the Chipi MCP. Maybe later you can configure a custom rule here in cursor, sorry. But what are the main functionalities of our wallet? It will be for USDC transfers. If there is no wallet after sign up, it will ask the user to input a PIN and encrypt their wallet and create one and deploy it. Then fetch the real balance. Important. This should be modern and responsive UI. You can be more specific and with the styles that you want, the colors, the typography of whatever you want. And for this wallet, we will send and receive USDC, and that's all. Important. Every time that we use the MCP, it have to make sure that our app builds. So we will copy this. If you are following this tutorial with me, you can use my prompt, or you can use a better prompt, and I encourage you to share on X your prompts, and let's do it. It will list the tasks that they are going to run in our project, and this will take a few minutes, like 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I would like you to talk more about the seed grants. We are probably seed grantees of Starknet Foundation. We started as a hackathon project a year and a half ago, and it helped us to have a few months of runway to focus on our idea, talk with users, and be full-time in our project. It was a life changer for building a startup. So please apply to a seed grant and let me know if you want some advice as builder perspective. And it's almost done. So far, do you have any questions?
I don't see any questions so far. All good for now.
As you can see, what is happening here, it's adding components like ChatCN components, but also custom Web3 components. We will see next. It added a constants folder, hooks, and leaf and utils. Here, for example, some constant like a lot of Starknet contracts that you may use or not. And this is a very new feature. We will keep adding more constants, but also more hooks and functionalities. Please let us know if you want any custom hook. For example, Besu is going to launch their version 2 of their SDK and pools at the end of this month, and we will have our custom hooks to interact with them. And it's important because right now we are using USDC for this demo, but we will have hooks to interact with BTC.
Hey, Carlos, we have a few questions.
Right now, we are not creating smart contracts. At the end, I will recommend another tool to create smart contracts, and we are building an app. As you can see here, my prompt, we are building a wallet to send and receive USDC using a paymaster. We started from scratch. Actually, I will make bigger my screen.
And there's also one question from Sergio. He's asking about, are we using custodial or non-custodial wallet?
Very interesting question. Here, with the MCP, you are using non-custodial wallets, and we will encrypt the private key with a PIN. But if you need another feature for your project, you can build custodial wallets or also another method to encrypt the private key, like passkeys. Just go to the Chipi docs and follow the instructions. We have templates for use passkeys with Expo and build React Native apps. It almost finished. I have a similar example, so let me show something similar. A project that I built before this, just to test that everything works properly. Here, we'll build something like this. This is another app that I built before, just by coding, but it's a wallet similar to this. You can see your balance, you have a wallet, and you can send USDC. If somebody want to give me their Starknet address, I can send all my funds just to test the app. If not, we will test at the end our new created wallet. Thank you, Sergio. Okay, I hope this works. Oh. Let's send money to Sergio. Here you need to input your PIN to decrypt your user wallet, but you can avoid this if you use passkeys and use the fingerprint or the face ID. Here, complete. please confirm that you have received the money, Sergio. Now we have balance, and please, okay, the transaction arrived at Sergio's wallet. These haven't finished yet. We can check the transaction in Starknet. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to update Starknet. I will use Voyager to see the transaction, but Sergio already confirmed. I don't know. I have I have I haven't met Sergio, so this is a real transaction. Here we can see the transfer, and the very interesting part is that I didn't make any code for this. I just set up instructions and prompts, and that's all what I did to build this wallet. And as I mentioned before, you can use this kind of wallet to make robust application like games where you can trade your game assets, loans, insurance products, whatever you want. They will need a wallet, and it improves a lot the experience if you hide all the complexity of setting up a wallet. Okay, it seems like we finish here. Let's first build our app to spot any error. Perfect. It seems good. Let's test. We need to log in.
Carlos, while you are logging in, there's another question from Sergio. So he's asking, to the foundation, are you the sender or the intender?
I am the sender.
Thank you.
This application seems very similar to the other one. This is a very new one. And okay, I see that right now our wallet is not, we don't have a wallet, and we don't have a button to create a new one. So I will pass that feedback to Cursor. After first login, I do not see the create wallet button. If you're specific with your prompts, it will be easier to debug. And that's the first thing that we need to see after login, a create wallet button to interact with our recent wallet. Also, there are a lot of hard-coded values. It's okay, you can remove after this. if you can drop your ideas in the comments, I can give you feedback, or I can recommend which hooks you could use to build your app. Okay, this is building. Yes, you don't have to set up your connection to Starknet manually. We did it for you with some hooks, uh, but you also can do it. You can do it from scratch. We have some repositories as templates where you can use Starknet.js to build and interact with wallets like Bravos or Ready. But this is another use case where you want to hide all the wallet interaction and manage the wallets for your user. And yes, you can build on React with different authorization. You can set up your favorite provider like Firebase, Supabase, or whatever you want. Let's run again our app. Let's see if this works. It's not working. I want to see here. It's not detecting that we don't have created our wallet. And pass. Also in the Telegram group, we are active. You can ping us to me or my co-founder and CTO, Robert. I will leave my Telegram handle and Robert's handle. So ping us if you need help. It seems like it's working right now. Let's test if we can create wallets. Well, I will wait to cursor finish. With this MCP tool, the encrypted wallet is stored in the ChipiPay backend, but you can use your own backend and you can encrypt your own user's wallet if you build from scratch. This is just for to build MVPs very fast, but I recommend that you use the entire documentation and add each hook or wallet creation logic uh, specifically with your business needs. Okay, I will start my console. Let's create a wallet. Here, I need to select a pin. Cross fingers. I hope this works. It worked. Now we have our first functionality, which is create wallets. What does the ChipiPay solves here? We help you to launch fast. We have building this for 36 minutes. And right now we have wallet creation. We will add send tokens functionality and check balance in less than an hour. Let's check that our wallet was created properly. And here, you create a wallet, you deployed a wallet without worry about gas fees. In the traditional way, you have to create a wallet for your users, and then you have to deploy their wallet or teach to your user how to deploy their wallet. And this maybe can be confused for some people that are not crypto savvy. Exactly. Thank you, Robert. You can use your own database to store your users' private keys, encrypted private keys. So we already have the wallet creation. Here I do not have balance because it's a new wallet. I have another wallet to send funds to my recent wallet here. This is also a wallet built with Chipi stack. I will send 0.1. Okay, I already sent the funds. First, I need to confirm that I received the USDC here. It takes a while to update. I will check on Starknet 2. Here, I can see it yet. Here. Now you can see that I receive the balance in my new wallet. I will refresh because it seems that the balance is not working. So I will correct this. But before correct the balance, I will check if the send USDC functionality it's working already. And for that, I will show you I have here a Bravo wallet. Here, I have 0.01 USDC. I will send the same amount. And let's see if this works. Enter my PIN to decrypt my wallet. Here it says that it sends the USDC. There are a lot of improvements that you can make to the UI. Here, it arrives. It also works with our send USDC hook. We just need to finish the balance, and we have been created an entire wallet in minutes. And yes, you can integrate Bravos or Argent with ChipiPay. You can use both. Actually, all the wallets that we create use the Argent contract, so it's compatible with your ready wallet. Okay, let's recap. We built we create a wallet from scratch. We already have the send transaction functionality. We just need to finish the balance. I don't know why it's not working. And with that, we finish our workshop. No, it's okay because I don't have, I will return 0.1 USDC to my wallet. I think it don't make sense Argent integration with the Chipi wallet, because if you allow users to connect their own wallet, why do you want to create wallets for your user? Maybe you can use one instead of the other, depends on your use case. What is compatible is that you can connect your Argent wallet or your Bravos wallet and sponsor transactions for your users. Maybe we can have another workshop with this specific use case, but for that case, you can use, for example, connect your Bravos wallet and sponsor transactions with any of these hooks that already have integrated the paymaster. Okay, I couldn't send funds. I will try again. I don't know why I can transfer token from Bravos wallet, but I can do it with our other wallet. This is a wallet that we built with our own stack just for demo purposes, but it works and it sponsors transactions for our users. This use case is for Mexico, where you can also uh, buy pay bill payments or buy services like electricity bills or data refill. Okay, right now, let me check my balance here. Here, now I have balance. Let me finish the balance component. I'm telling that it should use a public RPC lab blast API and an ERC20 contract to fetch the balance. Of course, Kalem, it don't make sense for some use cases use both integrations, but if you want to pass all the security stuff to Ready or Bravos, for example, you can use Starknet.js to connect the user wallet and the Chipi stack to sponsor any transaction in your own app. Yes, I will refresh my. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. I'm just waiting to cursor to finish, and then I will continue. Indeed, Kalim, you can sponsor payments for user using Chipi SDK, and you can leave them to use their own self-custodial wallets like Bravos or Argent. Actually, we have for example, a pay with crypto link that interacts with Ready or Bravos, and the only thing that we do there is that we sponsor the user transaction. I invite you to check our docs to do it. Okay. Here I have error. I think is because the RPC we are using. I need to be more specific that we need to use maybe Blast API, or if you don't have troubles with public RPCs, you can use Infura, for example. Okay. Start this. I will copy the error here. I think that the most difficult part that is create wallet is done, and also send sponsor a transaction. You can fetch the balance using Starknet JS, but I want to finish this entire wallet and show you that you can build MVPs in less than an hour. We have 10 minutes left, so I hope we can make it. Yeah, we can hard code the balance too. Which tools of bytecoding are you using? Do you prefer V0 or Lovable? If you can comment that, please. And meanwhile, I want to show you somebody asked for bytecoding smart contracts, and I use and recommend Cairo Coder. They have another MCP tool that you can install on Cursor and just ask for whatever you want, whatever functionality you want in your smart contract, and they will build it. We have some smart contracts in our repository. I will also share our Chipi repository, where you can find smart contracts like Scroll Smart Contract, Split Smart Contract, where with that you can build apps like Splitwise, for example. Thank you, Robert. Okay, now we finish our app. As you can see, we successfully create a wallet and encrypt the private key with a PIN. Also, we fetch the balance and sponsor a transaction with a send USDC button. Do you have any question or comments? We finish our first app that use blockchain.
I don't see any questions so far.
Okay.
I added
Thanks
your Twitter and you and Robert's Telegram handle in the chat. So if you have any questions about ChipiPay, you can ask Carlos and Robert in the Telegram group.
Thank you very much for your time.
I think there's a question from Kalim.
Interesting. I think that agents is a very good use case for integrating the Chipi stack, because if you do it custodial or not custodial, you can make an agent to move your funds or invest for your users. It seems a really good idea, Kalim.
I think we don't have any more questions, not on social media either.
Okay.
Cool. Do you want to talk a little bit about your sponsor tracks in the hackathon, maybe?
We have a track in the hackathon for projects that integrate the Chipi stack. We are looking for projects that find traction. As you can see, our focus is on talk with users and test our ideas, not in spend the entire month building a complex app. If you have feedback after an hour of vibe coding, you can improve your app and deliver your hackathon deliverable with traction, which is very important. Also, if you want a seed grant, I think you have better chances if you have an MVP with traction and users. What do you think about Sutun?
Yeah, it makes sense, definitely. Cool. Let's see if you have more questions. If not, I think we can wrap it up today. And again, if you have any more questions along the way, you can send it in Telegram group to Carlos and Robert, and they will help you to solve your technical questions. Cool. Perfect. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice evening.